students. Today we are discussing a long answer question for the IP point of view, that is simple harmonic motion. From this chapter you will get one 8 marks question. That means 6 marks for the theory part, 2 marks for the problem. If they will give the problem, you can do the problem, otherwise a very short answer will be asked in the long answer question. So I would like to discuss about the long answer question in simple harmonic motion, that is determination of a time period for a simple pendulum. First of all, you have to know the definition of simple harmonic motion. Now the definition of the simple harmonic motion is when an object move to and fro motion from mean position when an object move to and fro motion from the mean position executing simple harmonic motion. Now first of all you have to know what are the conditions for executing the simple harmonic motion. Now conditions. Number 1, motion should be periodic. Number 1 is motion should be periodic. Number 2, acceleration is always directly proportional to displacement. See here, acceleration is directly proportional to displacement, and it is in opposite direction. So you can write it mathematically, A is proportional to Y or minus Y. So to remove the proportionality constant, you can put a constant which is A is equal to minus omega square Y. Let it be equation 1. Okay, this is about the definition and the conditions for executing the assertion. Now from this, derivation for determination of time period, capital T, of a simple pendulum. First of all you have to know the simple pendulum. So how it look like simple pendulum? See, for this simple pendulum here, this is the rigid support, a thread, torsionless thread is taken. This is the torsionless thread. A bob is attached to it. A bob means metal sphere, either it is made up of brass, steel, wood, whatever it may be. This is the bob, B-O-B, bob. Okay, now this we can call as the simple pendulum. From this we can write the definition of the simple pendulum also. Simply, simple pendulum. So how will you define the simple pendulum? Simply, a bob is freely suspended to a rigid support with the help of torsionless thread. Why we are using the torsionless thread means, torsionless means if it is having the torsion means it will rotate a circular manner in different paths. But here required is the bob should be moved straightly in a horizontal position, in a straight line horizontal position. That's why I'm using the torsionless thread. So a bob is freely suspended to a rigid support with the help of a torsionless thread. Is called simple pendulum. Simply. Okay. Now pull the bob aside and left itself. So bob, you can pull the bob and left itself. Automatically what happens? Say for example, if you take this, this is a bob, let us say. So not bob. Okay. This is a bob, let us say. Now if you pull this and left itself freely, automatically what happened? It will move like this. To and fro motion. If it is a to motion, you can say this is the fro motion. So I am explaining the diagram. So this is the bob. Now pull the bob aside and left itself. Automatically it will move to and fro motion. Say for example, to motion. That means like this. Okay. To motion this is. Again it will come back to here and come back to in the opposite direction. This we can call as the fro motion. So with the help of the dotted lines I am putting here. This is fro. This we can call as mean position. This is the mean position, central position. So from this mean position the bob will move to and fro motion. That means periodic motion this is. So if it is the mean position, it is known as the extreme position. This is extreme position, this is mean position. Now later we discuss about detail in this. This is the angle, you can say. So angular displacement you can say. Okay na? Okay. This is the mean position, this is the extreme position. From this mean and extreme position, we know that at the mean position, weight will be acting mg. Okay, please. Now let us see this one. Weight acting will be here mg. When the bob moves to the extreme portion, again the bob come from extreme position to mean position. That means some force which pulls the bob towards the mean position, which we can call as the restoring force. So as we know that, from that, which is better to write here. Now pull the bob aside and left itself, it will move to and fro motion and execute SHM, simply shortcut, simple harmonic motion. Now the force which pulls the bob from extreme to mean position, which we can call as the restoring force. You can write here the force which pulls the bob towards mean position is called restoring force. As we know that restoring force F is equal to, you can still put minus. Why? Because opposing force. F is equal to mg sine theta is the formula. How will you get the mg sine theta? Means again here downward force always mg. It will be resolved into two components. Okay. If it is a theta, this is mg cos theta. The theta here is, this is mg sine theta. So from the diagram, I will get restoring force F is equal to minus mg sine theta. Here, if the amplitude is very less, this will be occurred in very less amplitude. That means if theta is small, you can write, if theta is small, you can use sine theta is nothing but theta. And also you can use the same formula here from Newton's second law. From Newton's second law, we know the formula for F is equal to ma. Apply the for both formulas, you will get ma is equal to minus mg theta. mm gets cancelled. You will get A is equal to minus G theta. Okay. Some more. So this is one. M is equal to A is equal to G theta. That's it. Okay. You want to know the value of theta. Okay. Here, if L is the length of the pendulum, now this is the displacement. We can say here I am using a y, means here also y displacement we can use. From that, it is looking like a triangle. If it is a negligible arc, you can use this straight line here. It is looking like a triangle. From this triangle, I can get the value of theta as what is the formula for theta? Theta means angle. Angle is equal to, what is the formula? Angle. Angle theta is equal to, you can get arc by length. Simply you can use the formula. So no need to use this one. This is the y displacement. Okay, arc by length. So angle theta, arc is nothing but, arc is how much here? Y. Length is how much? L. You can put, instead of theta, you can put y by L. Okay. Now I am rubbing this. Okay. Keep this one, equation 1. Now substituting the values, what you will get? A is equal to minus G into y over L. Okay. Let it be. Some more you can simplify this. A is equal to minus G by L into y. You can substitute. Let it be equation number 2. Already from the definition, I know the equation 1. From the equation 1, A is equal to omega square y. Now we will get the equation A is equal to minus G by L into y. Now you can compare these two equations. That means from equations 1 and 2, you will get acceleration A, Y, Y. You can minus, you will get omega square is equal to G by L. Similarly, omega is equal to G by L under root. But I know that omega is equal to 2 pi by T. This is the formula. And what we will get? Omega means angular displacement, angular velocity, which is equal to 2 pi by T. Now substituting the values, you will get two pi by T is equal to under root of G by L, or reverse it, T by 2 pi is equal to under root L by G. Therefore, finally I will get time period T is equal to 2 pi root under root L by G. This is the derivation for the time period of a simple pendulum in a simple manner. Some other method is also there. This is the simplest method for understanding point of view. It's very easy to remember this. So now from this time period, I can find the frequency also. As we know that frequency is equal to N, which is nothing but reciprocal of time period. So we can write like this: 1 by 2 pi under root G by L. This is the formula for the frequency. So from this, they will ask the questions for 2 marks. This is up to this, you can write, you will get 100%, 6 marks. For the 2 marks, that is optional, 2 marks question, they will ask, that is question seconds pendulum. So what do you mean by the seconds pendulum? If they ask like this, what is seconds pendulum? Seconds pendulum means the pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds. The pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds called seconds pendulum. So we can write some more here. The length of seconds pendulum is approximately, that is 100 centimeters, or simply you can write 1 meter. In some cases, they will ask how will you get the length of the second pendulum also. For that point of view, we can get the substitute the values easy. You can substitute the values in this equation. Time period, you will get L value. How will you get that? Star. If they ask, you can write. Otherwise, no need to write. So, how can you determine the length of the second pendulum? As we know that second pendulum in the sense t is equal to 2 seconds already. You know, you have to, from that we can find the L value. So, we will get t is equal to 2 pi under root L by g. Now, squaring on the both sides, you will get t square is equal to 4 pi square L by g. So, from that I will get L is equal to t square g by 4 pi square. Now, substituting the values, already we know that for second pendulum t is equal to how much? So, we can write. See, for second pendulum, you will get t is equal to 2 seconds and g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square, which is the fixed value. Pi value already I know 3.14. Now substitute the values in this equation. You will get L is equal to t square means 2 into 2 4, g means 9.8 by 4 into pi square. Pi square means 3.14 into 3.14, nearly 9.86 like this. 4 gets cancelled. These are also cancelled. You will get 0.99 approximately. That is nothing but 1 meter. So, in this way, you can determine the length of the second pendulum. Okay, that's all for this. Thanks for watching.